Nei, det går bra, det går bra, det går bra. Fy faen, jeg kjente hvor tung den er når den ikke er på laget.
This is it, the big one, the very grand tour of the breathtaking Balkans. In June 2024, 7 friends drove to the Balkans to ride some of the most spectacular and challenging roads of the Trans-Euro Trail. An attempt to find and search for the wild, search for the roughest tracks, the steepest climbs and the roughest terrain. In short, one of the biggest challenges the Trans-Euro Trail has to offer. You just know that every time Johannes sees a challenge like this, he's going to be on it. And he is, and now he's paying the price. With one reward in mind, to get to ride in landscape and scenery that will have you say over and over again, this is the most amazing place I've ever ridden my motorbike. Follow us on a journey of a lifetime. 3,000 kilometers through 4 countries in the breathtaking Balkans. A grand tour of the Trans-Euro Trail. It's a story told about riding a motorcycle, about friendship, about overcoming fear and challenges together, and about living out your dreams. Ingvar did not have a crash, and I did not have a crash. I think I remember Johannes saying from back home once, it's not good to just go for the rough stuff when you're that far away from home. And what does he do? He follows Ingvar once, follows me, and then goes by himself again to prove a point. I read a quote once saying, "Our greatest glory is not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall." As with most quotes, it's a bit tacky, but regardless also true and useful, and it's important to remember when you're sitting in a ditch one morning, trying to remind yourself that a journey doesn't become less memorable by being at times a bit hard. To explain how we ended up here, let's go back to the beginning. After our first day of Tet Montenegro, we stayed for a night in Kolasin, and from here we would now go north on the Tet as far as a day of riding would bring us.
Good morning.
Hi Solgard, did you sleep well?
Yeah, very good, actually. You?
Yes, very good. Despite having had a good night's sleep, we were all a bit tired as we took off from Kolasin. Yesterday's ride from Podgorica to here was as amazing as it was draining, and we didn't know what challenges laid ahead on the remaining 190 kilometers of Tet Montenegro. This was our 7th day in a row riding 10 hours a day, and fatigue was now definitely a factor. Nice, the temperature got a little up as well. It's pretty cold this morning, now it's nice. We're turning right in the hairpin? Okay, now I see your tracks here. Yeah. And when fatigue sets in and you start the day tired and slightly drained, you often make mistakes, which leads to tumbles. It's an uphill one even. 3, 2, 1, go! Come on, short legs. Yeah. Take it. Crawl in the beginning until you have a good trajectory, and then keep up the pace. Nice, Sven.
I have no feeling for this today.
Awesome job, Sven. What the fuck are you guys doing? Rasmus, you're such a man when it comes to driving, drinking, everything, but bugs, snakes, you're the biggest pussy.
I hear this, they are screaming in the woods for me.
When you have an off day, riding with the sensation of not having any feel for the bike or the terrain, these types of tracks aren't easy to ride. It's constantly steep either uphill or downhill, and there's a countless numbers of tight hairpin turns, with loose, thick gravel and rocks, which makes it very hard to keep up a good momentum and rhythm. From Kolasin to the plateau near Lake Jezero Capitanovo, it's either up or down, almost never flat. You rise from 200 meters above sea level to a peak of 1800 meters. Combine that with the fact that Sven has the heaviest bike, carrying the most gear, and has standard suspension and a big long-range rally tank, which only adds to the top heaviness of the already top-heavy T7.
It's a very long descent.
Let's just say that for Sven, this was a tough morning.
Ej, var det fint her, hva'?
Oj, jag kommer 1 miljon människor gå.
Ja. I need longer legs. Oj. Det behøver Rasmus også.
Det får inte vara för dig, jävla skit.
We had now reached the Stosak Massif, part of the Morake Planin mountain range in central Montenegro. An area with one beautiful mountain after the other, and therefore very popular for hiking. But the roads from here to Capitanovo Jezero isn't any easier. In fact, it gets even more steep and with even more loose gravel and rocks. So for Sven, the struggles were far from over.
Lidt svær vinkel at komme i gang på her.
Jag har den en egen sänkning så att det...
Ja, okay.
Jag sänker ner
Ja, ja. Ja, ja. Du får lidt luft ned til tissemanden, der, Sven.
It's fair to say that riding these tracks alone on a big and heavy bike would be a test of endurance and bravery. All require more experience and skill and a pair of bigger courage containers than I have. I'm very happy that we were a group of mates here together that could help each other out with lifting bikes and lifting spirits when it was needed the most.
Jeg er også på vej op, Rasmus. Jeg kan hjælpe, så kan vi være 3. Bare sig til, om jeg skal stande i god tid, før jeg kan køre tæt på.
Nej, det sagde han ikke for.
Jeg holder her. Jeg starter her. Hvad siger du? Men jeg vil næsten hellere have lidt momentum, når jeg kommer op, så jeg ikke skal starte midt i det.
Man kommer også.
After quite a few tumbles and scratches and bumps and dents, mostly on Sven's confidence, we decided to let Johannes ride on Sven's bike for a bit. As I mentioned in the first episode, the AJP PR7 with its lighter weight and better weight distribution, is a much easier beast to manage than the T7 when the going gets rough. Especially Sven's T7 with its long-range upgrades and lowered foot pegs, as Johannes was now about to find out.
Ingvar, har du brugt mig?
Ja,
Johannes, er du ramlet? Hvor fanden er de henne? Du burde da kunne se ham nu.
jeg kommer ikke bra.
Jamen, er han væltet, Johannes?
Nej, det har du vist ikke.
Og det lød bare helt, som om han var faldet ned og på vej ud over bjergsiden.
Jo, men han er jo sådan lidt om at træffe en sten.
Åh! Det var tæt på. Save of the day. Den der, så du den, Ingvar? Okay.
Altså, jeg bliver ordentligt sådan. Ja.
What happened? Oh my goodness. Did it twist?
Det går bra.
You sure?
Det var dritvondt, men det er ikke noe. Jeg kan stå på det.
Okay. Holy shit.
The expressions on our faces as we sat there in the ditch after a rough morning says it all. A feeling of despair and doubt can easily spread as you make very slow progress. Nagging little questions pops up in your mind like, are we going to be able to make it? And how long will it take? And what are the tracks and terrain going to be like around the next corner?
Hvad er status?
Nej, det går bra. Vi må
Sikkert.
komme oss videre.
Ja, hvad siger benet?
Nei, det går greit. Det var vondt i øyeblikket jeg traff, og så adrenalin har hjulpet meg litt. Det går fint nå. Man bare være forsiktig, ikke ha beina. Eller jeg hadde jo ikke beina, den tok jo hele fotpinnen.
Ja.
Men, ja.
We had now made it though to the top of the plateau of the Stosak Massif, and with Johannes back on 2 feet, we were ready to enjoy the fruit of our labor.
Ja, jeg kommer. Armkramp.
I looked at the amazing views.
Johannes, vi skal nok tage den.
Det går bra. Oppe på hesten. Så.
Det är hot.
This shot is not winning any awards, but I mean, look at this view here. The tricky hill climb was almost worth it. Sven had a crash, Johannes had a crash, Rasmus had a crash, and now we're here. And I'm hearing in the car though, we got tarmac on the other side of the road here, so it was worth it for this view.
You forgot to mention that it was Ingvar.
Oh yeah. Ingvar's just telling me, letting me know on the car though, Ingvar did not have a crash, and I did not have a crash. No, you didn't go down, Johannes, that's true.
Oh, I can see you. I can see you up there, boys. Wave to the camera. Ah, I almost did exactly like you, Rasmus. Nej. Ja. I wanted to change tracks and then. Nej. I'm not going down now. I'm going up. River crossing? Ja, nice. I just know it's gonna be soft tarmac once I get out there when you're saying it like that.
I will start rolling. Get this right.
Wow, guys, this is epic. We have to be quite close to that lake where we might be able to find some lunch. Oh, we already almost passed it, guys. Hang on. We have to turn it right. If we want to go down to that lake where we can have lunch, we have to go right here and go off the Tet right at that corner.
I can't see a lake on my map at all.
No, but it is behind us. I can see it here. Trust me.
Yeah, okay, I can see it now.
Yeah. And at that place, there's hotels, and we might be able to get lunch.
Okay.
Because it's like the same distance as we did now when we turned off the road. It's right here. I'm gonna overtake on the left side. Is there any cars? So we're looking for a road to the left in 100 meters or something. Oh, just straight. Okay. Thank you. I'll just go slow around the corner here. If there's a car, there's
so much easier to drive than to walk. Why do that?
Oh, restaurant, guys. There's a restaurant.
Yeah, I said it.
And somebody who's went swimming. Tjenare! Good riding, Sven. You have to stop talking yourself down. Look at what happened as soon as Johannes went on your bike. You have standard springs, you have the heaviest bike, the biggest tank. I mean, it's a killer to take up these.
Skal vi ta oss alt her? Det er så hardcore. Det er jo sykt hørt.
Jeg skulle du kan få oppskriften.
Jesus, så godt.
Det er ku i oppskriften og salt. Where are we?
Og ordentlig motorøy.
We are here by a lake called I think it's called Capitanovo Jezero. I think Capitanovo means lake and Jezero is the name. We nearly missed it. It's right next to the Tet, but I did my research this morning.
You did
You're
good.
so good.
While everyone was sleeping.
Good boy.
Good boy.
Wash the hair.
Yeah. We didn't have breakfast. Yeah, please mind the hair on me. Oh my god. No, we didn't have breakfast. We didn't have breakfast, and we nearly almost didn't have lunch because this is the only place for a very long time that we could have lunch.
The camera crushes.
The camera crushes making fun of my vanity.
We finished already. This camera is so heavy. Fuck. It's like,
It's the T7 of cameras.
oh, it is.
Yeah.
Very top heavy.
Where's yours? This is actually very, I mean, this is very Johannes. This is all you do YouTube with.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
When I
Like the AJP, and I bring the T7, the big gun.
this camera is the same weight as my bike.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, but we're here. It's nice. We had a few crashes.
Oh yeah, a few crashes.
Yeah, Rasmus crashed.
No.
Yeah, you were off the bike. The bike was sideways, full of mud.
I got it on tape.
Yeah, good. Good.
It was more of a dive in the shit.
Yeah.
Than, yeah.
Yeah. We're here. We're good. We had a good lunch.
Daniel, you are so handsome.
I am. The view's not any worse coming from this side.
Fint att köra den fjällsidan här.
Ja, det är vilt. Ja. Jag har glömt en essential thing. ABS off.
After our lunch stop, we had somewhat flat landscape. Our stomachs was full and we had easy terrain and beautiful weather.
Not a bad tarmac road this.
I know I said in the last episode that the road and mountain pass between Podgorica and Kolasin was the most beautiful place I've ever ridden my motorbike.
Oh, look at the mountains over there to the right. Oh.
But the plateau near Capitanovo Jezero is equally beautiful. It's flatter and therefore somewhat less daunting, but in terms of landscape, it's absolutely equally breathtaking. Wherever we stopped that day, I had to take out the big camera, even if it was just for a quick pit stop to offload some leftover fuel. gave me an excuse to film the other guys taking off and then be left behind in the absolute stillness surrounded by nature and mountains like this. And it isn't only the magical landscape that baffles me. Riding here is like a time warp to a simpler time, where we didn't all cluster together in big cities, but lived off the land, lived remotely and far away from everyone. Here in the mountains, you'll find old herd houses and tiny simple houses and homes and cars from before I was born. It's like stepping back in time to experience how Central Europe as I know it must have felt like 100 years ago. Riding here where there's barely a road and no stop signs and no one-way streets, you can't help but to feel free. Free to step outside the path and free to just ride.
What an amazing place to drive this, guys.
The wide open plains with small trails that overlap and cross over each other, combined with the absolute remoteness here, sparked a feeling of pure freedom, and it was the perfect time and place to have a bit of playground.
Tjena Sven!
After having filmed the other guys take off again, and having caught up with them again, I was sure that playground was over. But Johannes obviously didn't get that memo.
Kører han op mod fjellet? Wow! Kan du høre os, Johannes? Nå, det er så fucking nice ud, det der. Oj, 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 Ingvar. Ej. Er du okay? Ingvar, er du okay?
Det var litt brattere enn det så ut som.
Ja.
Ja, det er bra at jeg prøver. Bare rundt jeg prøver.
Drive safe. You got it, Ingvar.
Skal ta med inn og kjøre opp.
Nei, det går bra, det går bra, det går bra. Fy faen, jeg kjente hvor tung den er når den ikke er med på laget. Jeg får ta den en gang til.
Johannes, det er litt flaut at jeg har kommet høyere enn deg i den bakken.
Nej, det gjorde du inte.
Nei, jeg var høyere enn før jeg ramla. Men Ingvar skjer ikke.
Det är en film. Nej, du kan inte filma sådana här situationer då, det är ändå bra.
Skal jeg komme opp og hjelpe deg, Johannes?
I think I remember Johannes saying from back home once, it's not good to just go for the rough stuff when you're that far away from home. And what does he do? He follows Ingvar
He
once
follows me.
and then goes by himself again to prove a point.
Ja, men den har festet noe lite. Men jeg...
Watch it!
Godt forsøk i hvert fall. Kan en finne fram en 8 mm socket, så skal jeg...
Jag har inga verktyg överhuvudtaget.
How was that experience, Johannes?
It was a good learning experience.
Good learning experience.
Use proper tires. Nothing to do with the technique. That was immaculate, 100%. The bike, 100% on the tires. Never blame yourself, right?
Nope.
Oh. Takk. Ja.
Altså, men da må du...
Jeg har ikke nok håndkraft til det.
Med en smell så kan det være de kommer etter det. Du får jo holde det klart. Ja, men når han våkner opp og får gitt beskjed til de andre.
Look straight in.
Ja, nå er det så mye.
You just know that every time Johannes sees a challenge like this, he's going to be on it. And he is, and now he's paying the price. He's doing a little bit of repairs. All be good.
Skal jeg gjøre som Johannes, bare krefter.
ABS off.
Okay, onwards.
Onwards. This was fun. I love a bit of a playground. Gives me the time to bring the camera out. The mood goes up 20% for everybody. And all bikes are still running.
Ja. Är alla med?
After having let off some steam, the struggles from this morning were long past us. Having the time and taking the time for some playground is a huge confidence booster and a mood booster, and we were now back on track and carried on north on the Tet, ready to tackle whatever terrain lay ahead of us.
Kan man ikke tage den op dernede? Bag den der mast? Ja, der går et spor derhen, kan jeg se. Op ad bakken derovre.
Ja, det går fint här. Vi kan köra bak här. Bra jobbat, Rasmus!
Jag hittar svårt i alla fall.
Härnäs bomber.
Ja.
Nej. Nej.
Gas på första gir.
You got it, Sven. Commitment.
Ja, sen. Åh jävlar, just det var han.
Ja.
Like Portugal.
Yeah, this is like Portugal.
In my backpack with camera gear is a drone that I carried throughout the entire trip, and I managed to find time to pull it out a total of 3 times in 12 days of riding. Drone shots are amazing, but it's time consuming. And although it's amazing at capturing the landscape, it's not very good at capturing the emotions you go through on a tour like this. So when your main goal is to enjoy the ride and do the ride, and try and capture the emotions of it, drone shots is not the top of my priority list. After this rare time though, spent for a drone shot, I now needed to catch up to the group again. But this time Johannes had stayed back and helped me navigate back to the group.
Thank you, Johannes. My guardian angel.
Bara hyggligt.
Ja, det må være her, de har ment venstre, ikke Johannes? Jo.
Jo, riktigt rätt.
Ja, ja. Wow. Det er sådan landscape porn, det her. Der var det jo.
Hello.
Hello, good to see you, my old friend.
Yeah, the same. Looking good.
Fucking hand cramps. All right, enough waiting on me. Let's go. Ja, ja.
Kör på kanterna, det är kanske mycket behagligt.
Var inte fan det så.
Remember to keep maybe a little bit of distance. Oh, vad fan! Den fick jag på film, Johannes. That's going straight to the scenic crashes, scenic pisses section. Perhaps the most scenic crash of the trip.
Den är dålig.
Vad har du ingen fram? på oss alls.
Ja, jo, den bare stopper opp i den der.
Ja.
Får jeg ikke...
Jag vet inte, annars ska det flytta in, om du tar en 800 meter så ska den flytta in på oppsputen.
Ja. Daniel, kan du komme så du bare står som å holde sykkelen din, så skal jeg dra den ut.
Ja. Hvad skal du gøre?
Skal du lene
Så jeg lener litt mot deg, så jeg skal dra den tilbake igjen.
Ja.
Det er ikke tungt.
Det er ikke tungt, bare gå i hjulet, jeg holder, altså. Bare få dratt ut. Sånn.
Er det nok?
Ja. Takk skal du ha.
Det var så lidt.
Let's keep the momentum up here.
Ja. Let's try it.
Gi oss vel.
Yeah, it's not that rocky. Just up here in the corner.
The tired and worried facial expressions from this morning was long gone by this point. We had endured and overcome the struggles of this tough morning, and was probably riding with the riders high, even more because of it. I for one felt quite ecstatic.
Holy Moses.
As we drove the last bit of the amazingly scenic plateau before heading back towards civilization.
More landscape porn everywhere you look. It's just amazing, this country and this Tet. Oh, that looks amazing. Look at you two boys climbing up those hills. You look beautiful, boys. Look at this rock formation here. It's pretty crazy. Everywhere, every 10 seconds I'm like, this is the most beautiful place I've ever been. No, this is. No, this is. Wow. What's up with the mirrors? It looks fine to me. Hello boys and girls. This cannot keep going on. This is the most beautiful place I've ever seen. I mean, holy crap, man. I need to just savor this view just a little bit. It's too fucking great. Good job, Sven. Good balance. Just plowing through.
One of the best ones,
Yeah. Next to every other road almost in Montenegro, in the mountains. This is epic. Holy Moses. Everything looks epic. I think my GoPro is more on than it's off. Wow, Ingvar!
Just stopping to take a picture.
Yeah, I'll do the same here on the top.
Plattform. So slowly.
Yeah.
Cool.
What's an absolute fantastic place to ride your motorbike.
Right.
We were now at the end of the plateau, with one fairly long descent ahead of us. There are very few hotels and lodgings in areas like this in Montenegro, so as we made it down, we needed to find us a place where we could spend the night.
It's not very far to the big-ish town called Scenic,
Yeah,
and there is a hotel there.
yeah.
We have about 8 kilometers to the flag of 200 kilometers, and then we have, I think it's only highway or the big road up here. I think mostly of the Tet is just along this
Oh, I trust you completely.
no, I don't. I think I'm wrong.
The original plan was to reach the town of Plusin before sunset, to regroup and meet up with Stefan and Jake. But we quickly realized that there might be some more tough climbs and descents ahead of us, and not knowing how hard that was going to be, we decided to stop in Scenic for the night and call it a day. From Scenic to the border between Montenegro and Bosnia is only 85 kilometers on the Tet. So the morning after, we woke up and we set off for our last day of Tet Montenegro.
Last day of Tet Montenegro. Hopefully, yeah. We should be fine. We should be fine. We're down to 4 guys. Sven is taking a chill day. We're being reunited, everybody, at lunch. Should. Yeah, definitely. Hopefully. This is the canyon, isn't it?
Yeah, a long way down.
I just want to see it. I'm just stopping here to see.
Take a picture for everyone.
But I don't want to take my phone off. It's not that spectacular.
Okay.
I'll just get a little bit of GoPro.
Take a brain picture though.
Yeah. Oh, what a nice little tarmac road.
Yeah, nearly 1,000 straight down, 1,000 meters.
Oh.
Okay, see you guys.
Can you make the jump?
Yeah.
Thank God for the weather we had here in Montenegro. It would have sucked if everything was just clouds and no visibility.
We started off with a stretch of tarmac, and once we did get to the gravel roads, they were rather fast and not too steep, so we were actually making pretty good progress. In fact, we made such good progress compared to the other days that I took the opportunity to stop and film the other guys driving past me a few times. The path we were on didn't have any crossroads. It was just straight ahead and taking us towards the spectacular and famous Dumitru National Park in northern Montenegro, where you also find the highest point of Tet Montenegro with an altitude of 1,880 meters.
And I'm here. Okay.
From Scenic, which is located at an altitude of 800 meters, you slowly rise to the peak of the route, but there's no really steep sections here. It's a slow climb, and a lot of the actual climbing is on the first stretch of tarmac, so as of now, today was much easier going than the other few days.
This looks so epic. Oh, poor Sven. He would have loved these tracks. What a track! Oh! You just kicked out a very big rock. No, that's fine. That is totally fine. You're in front of me doing beautiful wheelies on tricky tracks. This is camera gold.
I was a bit anxious going here into the steep mountains with my T7. I'm 180 centimeters tall and weighs around 72 kilograms. This bike is too heavy for me when it gets really rough. I live near Tet, Sweden, and I chose this bike because it's perfect for the flat, long gravel roads. Had I lived here in the Balkans, a smaller bike like the AJP or even the CRF 300 will make more sense to me, but it's also part of the challenge for me. Can I become a good enough rider to take a 200 kilogram bike through rough terrain? The answer is yes, I can, but I'm not there yet. I probably would have turned around many times by now had I been riding here alone. But that's why riding with other people that are better riders than you can often be the fastest way to become a better rider yourself. As we were riding here, surrounded by beautiful mountains, and knowing this would most likely be our last day of riding in Tet Montenegro, I felt a certain melancholy riding here, and excitement. It felt like we had made it through the rougher parts of the route, and even though we might still hit some rough stretches on these last 80 kilometers, it was a feeling of, we've made it.
It's the last day of Montenegro. How far do we have left, Ingvar? Can you see that?
69 meters.
69 kilometers. 59. We better savor these 59 kilometers. I mean, this, I don't know when I'm ever going to get back to see this again, but not next week. Not bad last 60 kilometers.
No. It has been much easier terrain.
Yeah. The terrain is the same, but it's not as steep.
Yeah, but
No, and here's good sections where you can sit and rest as well. When driving.
but it's not as much of the big loose gravel paths.
No. Any last words on Tet Montenegro? I think this is the last little big camera interview session we're doing before we get into Bosnia.
There's no other place in the world that I would rather be with you guys. Right here, right now.
Oh, cute. Ingvar, any last comments here? Tet Montenegro?
You can't really describe it with words. You have to be here.
Yeah.
Insane views, and the riding is so good. I love the rocky parts, and yeah, we have lifted some bikes, but that's all part of the game, I guess. And now we are four guys left doing the final part, and we meet up with the other guys and try Bosnia. So
yeah.
So the scandiest of flicks. What do you think so far?
So far, off this trip is Montenegro is the absolute highlight. I think yesterday I said 1,000 times at least, this is the most beautiful place I've ever ridden. I think at least 1,000 times I said that yesterday. And the tracks are so different. You've got super tricky, technical, steep parts with big rocks. You got grassy fields where you can just flow over it, and it's got everything. It's not a beginner's track, but it's you get to learn a lot by riding here. You do everything. Line choice, uphill, downhill, hard gravel, soft grass, mud, you get everything here. So for me, this is probably the best Tet I've ever ridden.
Crap, I forgot to press record.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. It was wise words. I have an audience here.
Shortly after this, we did actually have an audience, as 4 riders came towards us. By now, we had probably met 4 other riders on Tet Montenegro, and I actually think that the 2 of those was the same 2 front people that were now approaching us here.
Var ikke det de 2 vi så I går? Jo, det var det.
We got together only last night.
Yeah?
Yeah. It's UK KTMs against Yamahas.
Yeah.
We would stop, but we just
Yeah, you need to get going. Have a
See ya.
nice trip.
Have a nice trip, guys.
Guys, Charles.
Ride safe.
See you soon.
Daniel,
Yeah.
you should have asked him the one question we all are wondering about.
You have
Yeah.
pigs.
How is Bosnia?
And yes, I forgot to ask, how is Bosnia? Because that's where we would end up today. So we took off again to check off the last 50 kilometers of Tet Montenegro, the most beautiful and epically challenging Tet route I've ever ridden, and into new adventures in Bosnia and Herzegovina. Next time on the Scandi Flick.
I tracked it up in first gear. Rasmus, of course, full throttle all the way up, screaming. It's getting really fucking steep here.
All right, don't wander off too far from the track.
That's close to drowning on the Tet.
We all good, Ingvar?
Yes,
You're back on track?
back on track.
Don't jinx us anymore.
I'm not saying anything.
It's your fault.
I'm not saying anything about flat tires at all, or how lucky we've been not having any. Oh, now I said it again. The hair's good.
Is it?
Yeah. Scandi Flick hair.
It's kind of flicker, you know.
Fuck off, boys.
That was fun.
Really fun.
Super fun.
Really steep.
It looked more scary than it felt actually going up.
It was quite a good grip.